quarantine started, but he also grinded a hell of a lot online, and I think that made him even more consistent than he already was. So, you know, ZD didn't really play online that much from what I saw, but you know, he fiended locals as soon as they came back. I know he won like a Philly one. He was also in Florida, I think, recently or something like that. I don't know, but he kills it every time. You know, he's a PGR level player for a reason. You know, he was one of the first people to top 8 an event in Ultimate, and he's been, you know, the train has not stopped since then.
No, sir. ZD here is going to have to work quite hard for this, but right now he's doing a great job of basically forcing AoS into disadvantageous spots. It feels like when you're doing ground to air as Wolf, you are typically having the lead with things like that dash attack, the up tilt, and the up smash. AoS flipping around, getting out of disadvantage relatively easily, but we haven't seen him open up ZD yet. That's going to be the key in this matchup.
Ooh, okay, excellent jump call out right there from ledge by ZD. Really good stuff right there. That back air just a tried and true option to go for, especially, you know, when trying to catch jump from ledge against a lot of characters, because that move comes out deceptively quick. AoS just trying to find some sort of startup here, some answers, you know. ZD, I feel like, has just been getting more meaningful percent off of these interactions, though, just these reliable strings that Wolf has at his disposal.
And AoS is basically betting it all on his offstage gameplay. He's not really doing too much ledge trapping. He's always running offstage.
It's true.
Like, every now and then he'll toss out a single down smash or something like that, but for the most part, he just wants to intercept these options, but ZD always has his jump.
Whoa, what was
trade?
That interaction was goofy as hell, but I love the patience right there on ZD when getting back to stage to save his double jump, because that Zair that AoS puts out commonly, like, is made to stuff out double jump specifically, so just a little bit of patience off stage is doing. And look at these fade backs too. He's not letting AoS get what he wants to get off stage. You know, he's been doing lots of runoff fair, lots of runoff, you know, jump up Zair just to catch these double jumps from ZD. But he's being so patient on every single one of his recoveries.
Like, AoS is doing a great job of getting out of disadvantage, but I haven't seen him at the same time get too much out of advantage.
He's in his head.
Yeah, the roll-in coverage for the up smash. Great reaction by ZD. Going for the up B at 0?
Because ZD has called out AoS's ledge options twice in terms of jump. So AoS was like, okay, I have to adapt here. So he hit roll immediately, and ZD was ready for it. Like, he's been so patient with this ledge trapping. He's been able to react accordingly to everything AoS has been doing. And now I think we're starting to see a little bit of a gap dividing between these two. Already in game 1, too. So if I'm AoS, I'm trying to make something happen. I'm trying to maybe adjust my neutral accordingly, because we still got a best of 5 ahead of us. You know?
Agreed. Dash attack, is that going to do it? Very nearly. But then the weak and incorrect hitbox of the neutral air. ZD very nearly finishing the game right there, but AoS has to go ahead and make something out of this. Pressing it hard, gets a down smash, up B, and it finishes off the top. A breath of life all of a sudden by AoS.
Real. Still, though, flip kick being used back to stage. Okay, really aggressive option from AoS, but it worked, and now AoS is in the driver's seat, just getting these hits off really nicely on ZD.
Oh my god! He gets the air dodge read with the flip kick coverage. AoS all of a sudden comes alive on its last stock.
Oh, he stole that game back. He said, no, my game. He just ripped it right out of his hands, and like, yeah, the only thing that could have killed there was ZD air dodging, and AoS, you know, knew he had the proper recording. ZD kind of freaked out. He was like, I'm getting hit a ton right now. I need to air dodge and do something defensive on landing, or else I'm going to get hit. But the only thing that would have killed there was that flip kick, literally. And ZD played directly into it.
AoS is a player that runs hot. He's known for these aggressive options, these heavy strings, and we saw a bunch of unorthodox tools used there, like the short hopper, almost like full hop down airs a couple times. Like, ZD just didn't have an answer for that, and he goes immediately back to Fox, the original main.
That's right, yeah. This is a character he switched to back in 4. You know, I remember he was originally a Luigi player back in 4, and then I believe he played Fox.
He did. Yeah. He's basically, he started this game off as a Fox main too. He just kind of adapted the Wolf for matchups, but he's been slowly but surely going more and more to Wolf.
I think the Fox is definitely a good pick here. I don't think, again, the Wolf wasn't really giving him trouble. I feel like maybe he thought maybe he'd have a little bit easier of a time picking this Fox, because the Wolf was winning that whole game, and then he kind of just had a little bit of a sketchy disadvantage in that situation. But already we're seeing so much explosiveness coming out from ZD's Fox right here. Just keeping up with AoS in terms of movement, which is, I think, the exact thing that he wanted with this kind of
And he rolled out of that flip kick so that he didn't get buried, he didn't get footstool off of it, and then got the hard punish with the up smash. This additional speed, the burst that you mentioned, it seems to already be playing a factor. Couldn't get the jab reset, though. That's interesting.
He's just able to keep tempo with AoS so much better. I feel like a lot of his buttons are also pretty safe as well.
And miss. Just
and
like
the consistent damage,
pressure.
exactly. He can jump. He can also shark landings really, really nicely by jumping, which is, I think, a big factor because ZSS tends to favor being in the air quite a bit. So looking good for ZD so far. But again, he was looking good game 1.
AoS tried to get the platform slide off. Okay, respond. Landing with an up air when ZD's like directly below you. Like, oh, he's going to jump at me. I know this.
Facts.
That's player knowledge right there.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty, too. We're seeing ZD just try to keep tempo in neutral, getting an excellent back here, just catching he got the phantom flip kick right there because ZD threw out a move in the air.
Flip kick just wasn't safe on hit at that. That was ridiculous.
You can punish, yeah, you can punish that. If you get hit by ZSS flip kick and you get the intangible hitbox, she's still on that end leg for an impressive amount. So if your character's fast enough to keep up with her, definitely go for the punish.
Another benefit of the Fox over the Wolf. Trying to get these B reversals off platform, but ZD is ready with a hitbox, and he is not stopping.
He's just been tracking with AoS so well, just calling out all of these jumps, stuffing them out, because Fox has the frame data to keep up with it, and the ground speed as well to just keep up with it.
Great air dodge back to the ledge. Now how does AoS force him into the corner? Doesn't. Air dodges back to ground. Ooh, I love the up B option, but gets the berry. Can Fox mash out of it? He can. That should be the kill. No, facing the wrong direction.
All right, though, we got another ledge situation happening, but ZD just darting around with these jumps and aerial mobility so well, keeping AoS guessing, and going to get the nair and the up smash. Trusty kill confirm right there.
Now, here's the interesting part. I am curious if AoS decides to pick a smaller stage, if ZD's going to go back to Wolf. It feels like the room to run is something that's going to be really important in this matchup. So if AoS wants to go to something like a Triplats, maybe we can go ahead and go Wolf. But if AoS wants to go like a broader stage, then stick with the Fox.
That's a good point, honestly. He seems very like a man of flexibility, honestly. Like he's picking the character according to either the stage or the counter pick. Like ZD, I think, is a man who wants to make his job as easy as possible. You know, whether he could make those adaptations, I think he's confident enough to where he can make those adaptations with like swapping characters, and that's super important because this is a best of 5, so efficiency is the name of the game. If you can get those game wins quicker and quicker, you're setting yourself up for success as the set progresses.
So here is the counter pick. A little bit of deliberation on AoS's side after ZD has his bans. Small battlefield is the pick. On a stage like this, I mean, I could see either character being fine.
Yeah,
I think that
so
the Fox change up there really did seem, though, it was just a mirror image of game 1.
Yeah, I think he's also feeling a lot more comfortable in the driver's seat as Fox as opposed to Wolf, because he's able to keep that speed in the air. He's able to stuff out a lot of ZS's options in these close mid-range situations. And the punish game is just so reliable. He's been able to get these nice juggles. He's been able to get ledge trapping on a reactively basis. Like, he's able to just link all this damage together so seamlessly, and it makes things harder for AoS too, because Wolf, a little bit easier for ZSS to deal with in terms of jumping and aerial cooldown. But Fox is fast as hell. If you don't have him off stage, he's a pretty active threat for you.
AoS already trying to go ahead and go toe-to-toe with ZD, but it's proving to be very difficult here. And he likes to toss out hitboxes out of disadvantage, and it just feels like ZD is ready every single time. Oof. Gets the nair, up smash, not quite going to finish up, but the up air tracking AoS's movement, like you mentioned, Fang.
He's just doing he's on him like a heat-seeking missile, dude. He's got him every single time. He's clutching out these landings once AoS has exhausted all of his jumps and flip kick as well. And AoS also can't get any reliable knockups because ZD's been changing his position every 2 seconds. He's not staying locked down. And ZSS is supposed to be the character that makes you feel locked down, but as Fox, you have all these mobility options, you have the speed, you have the frame data to really stuff out ZSS. It makes things 10 times harder for her to really pin you down and keep you at a healthy mid-range when he can just punish you almost instantaneously.
AoS tried to go for that down smash and just destroy ZD's stock right there, but the down tilt trading with that. Flip kicking, like it feels like perhaps the change up here that's really determining this match is the ability of ZD to track down AoS's flip kick. Again, look at the damage he gets out of that.
Look at how he's been sharking these landings too, Scabs. He's just been able to keep track of AoS the entire time he's in the air. He's also been feinting his jumps too to make AoS think, okay, I'm going to take an aggressive option to either trade or do something here. Still, though, we got signs of life in AoS with that flip kick, but right now I feel like ZD has just been so dominant with the pressure. And AoS really hasn't been able to get any substantial damage linked out or been able to get ZD in a very compromising position off stage.
True, but we did see this game 1, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Very true.
AoS has the answer here in a pressure situation on last stock.
All it takes is ZD to get a little complacent and then wig out one time at disadvantage. But looking really, really good this stock. Oh my God, he just lets him have it. He just lets him have with the F smash. That's dope.
We call that one the snow. An old player used to do that all the time where he just
I've heard of
pivots.
him. He's in Texas now, right?
I believe so. I'm not positive, though. But yeah, just the forward smash at edge to get any aggressive button.
That's a
when you're
MDVA
stuck.
throwback.
Oh, it is.
Right,
We've been
that's
doing that since Smash 4.
We going back in time. I used
Exactly.
to watch those VODs when I was just a wee whippersnapper playing Smash
Back when
4.
ZD was a Luigi main. He
Yes.
couldn't mash. The only Luigi main that couldn't mash in the game.
Times they are changing.
Like that was the weirdest thing. ZD was a really good Luigi main that just could not he did not like go off stage with the toilet bowl people at all.
Not built for that.
Nope.
Fingers just ain't fast enough. We're seeing the AoS Mario counter pick on the Fox. ZD shaking his head like, come on now.
Was Yoshi's unbanned?
We will see. Because I think
No, Town.
Okay. So yeah, I think maybe hoping to get more reliable damage off of interactions right here. You know, Mario, great airspeed as well. Very, very safe buttons on shield.
I think Mario wins this matchup. It's close, but
I could see it.
the difference maker is that you can't really recover at all.
It's
as
true,
ZD.
yeah.
Also, you don't have to commit in neutral against Fox. You flood.
It's true.
If he jumps at you once, just flood him. Don't look at me.
We also got really good buttons. Like AoS had to commit in the air at some point. At least now he has more coverage with Fireball on his landings. His frame data is really nicely panning out for him. Like he's got back air, he's got up air, he's got nair.
And if you're going to try to land on a Mario brother with that neutral air to get the up smash conversion, you might be in for some difficult times.
Speaking of difficult times.
That is such a difficult situation actually for ZD because Mario can actually choose which of those hits you have to tech.
Hardest move in the game to tech.
I think so. Right? You just hold down and then you just say, hey, I hope you understand which of these hits you're going to get hit by because I don't.
I want to know how many people can tech that move consistently because I sure can. It's just so difficult. But
drag down.
Big damage. Getting the reset right there. That was so good. That was honestly optimal too for ZD too because if he did any other option there, he wouldn't get the pop up for the punish. Whoa!
ZD was going for the drag down and then
Both
AoS.
of them are crazy. Both of them are nuts.
He's dead.
Oh my god.
He tried to get like the wall jump into the B reverse fireball to get back on stage, but I think he messed up the wall jump and he just fireballed off of edge.
If I'm ZD, I'm grinning after that one.
Oh yeah, that's a free stock, and now Mario has to actually commit in neutral and hit buttons.
Exactly. Oh my god, but all this damage, he's just going for all of it, and rightfully so, you know? Fox, once he puts you in the vortex, you want to keep your opponent there. You don't want to let the advantage let up until you know that it's time to reset neutral.
That should kill. No, great TI by ZD.
The high. Oh, this should kill.
Yes, sir.
Oh, don't go down. Yes, so smart by ZD. Gonna be taking over AoS. Really just good decision making. Again, I feel like you got a lot of aggressive players down here. You guys are trying to go crazy for these kills.
And DVA all about them buttons, dog.
For real.
We only know one direction forward, and then until the Rob mains come out. When the Rob mains come out, then we're like, no, I'll be in the corner.
Y'all don't know the meaning of restraint around here.
All right, y'all. Well, I hope you all have enjoyed this commentary because I'm having a blast with Fang, but unfortunately, I'm going to step out. I'm going to give grand finals to you and my man Jackie Peanuts.
Yo, it's been a pleasure, dude.
It has.
Thank you so much for having me once again. Welcome.